Hi guys. Okay, so let's just kick this off right away because I have a lot of information packed in for this call and I'm really excited about it. So, Instagram training. Well, I'm just going to make sure that this stays pinned. There we go. Okay. So, I dove into Instagram because I started researching like pages because I realized very quickly that you need to build your cold market and not just depend on your warm market. So all the research that I was given and I found on a like page was the only real way to grow it is to spend lots of money. I don't know about you guys, but I don't have the money to spend on a like page in their ads. So I went to Instagram. So background. Instagram is actually owned by Facebook. You guys didn't know that. And it's actually really easy to maneuver, just kind of like Facebook, except it's more based on pictures. And every single post that you make has to have a picture attached to it. So the way to make a post, we'll start right out from the beginning. There's a camera button on the bottom. You just click the camera button and you can choose from your library which picture or photo you want to upload. And then you can put up a status with it. When you post a picture, you can include some hashtags into your picture if they are relevant into what you are posting, but do not just post your load of hashtags in your main comment. I want you guys to post your picture and then be the first, the next comment you can see your picture and it'll have, after that it'll have like a speech bubble next to it. Click the speech bubble and that's where you post your hashtags. What should you be hashtagging? Anything that your picture is relevant to and anything that you are relevant to. You have up to 30 hashtags that you can post in each comment. I don't suggest doing multiple comments of multiple hashtags. Post 3 to 4 times a day on Instagram. That's how you get the best traction. So, as people will say with Facebook, especially with your personal page, you really should not be posting more than like 20% fitness posts. But with Instagram, it's a little different and more fitness posts are allowed because they are following you for a specific reason. So post about your hobbies, post about your fitness, post about what you're doing every day, post about your life. My favorite quote from Josh Quotes is to be humble like a homeless person, but to be confident like a rock star. So pretend like people actually care what you are doing in your life. Don't let that be the one big thing that holds you back from posting a picture, wondering if anyone actually cares. So finding new people on Instagram, because that's what we are really trying to do on Instagram is find new people. You can go and right from the main screen, you can click search and you can search hashtags. Search the hashtags that you use the most, whether it be, like my biggest ones are always, fitness, believe in yourself, love your life, love yourself, love your body. These are a lot of things that I'm very strong about. Anxiety, things like that. Other ways to find new people is to find popular Instagram accounts. I don't suggest ones like Shalene Johnson or Shanti. Everyone who follows those are basically fitness, Beachbody coaches. But find ones for like Jillian Michaels, who is also a fitness person, but isn't a part of Beachbody, so you can attract people like that. Or Weight Watchers Instagram accounts, something like that. And then follow their followers. You'll be able to see, you can click on who follows them. It'll be a number at the top. And then you can just go right down and click to follow them. And after you find about 10 or so to follow a day, I want you to go and like 2 to 3 of their pictures. Don't like 10, okay? People who do that, all the notifications drive me nuts. Just 2 to 3, just to let them know that you're a real person and that you actually have a presence on Instagram. The other thing, the other way to find new people, is actually when you go to the main page on Instagram, there's already pictures there. That's Instagram's algorithm working for you, giving you pictures that they think that you might like. So scroll through them. If you find ones that you like, go and check out their account, like their account, follow it, like their pictures. It's Instagram working for you so that you don't have to do extra work. Okay, this is the big part. I have scripts for you guys, quite a few pages worth of scripts. I will keep them in the recording like this, but I'm not actually going to share them with you handwritten because I want you to make them your own. Okay, so first, let's start very easy. A person has liked your picture or followed you. You can send them something like, thank you so much for liking my picture. Your support helps keep me accountable. Are you on a health and fitness journey also? So simple, so easy, and you are not salesy or creepy or anything. Most of the time, someone will write back saying no with some excuse, but thank you so much for inspiring me. This is where, here you go, here's an invite for you. This is what you send back. Thanks so much. I love knowing I inspire someone. That's my main goal and why I post so much. I know you said you're, struggling or whatever, but I would love to get you help. I don't know if you know this, but I run free accountability groups and I would love to have you in my next one. Would you like more details? There you go, free group invite. That's done. Very easy. So maybe they say yes. Yes, they are on a health and fitness journey. I've actually had a lot of these lately and it's really fun. So you say something like, that's so great. You work hard to take care of yourself. I'm very proud of you and you should be too. Have you ever considered paying it forward and helping others? If they say something along the lines of, yes, I've considered becoming an instructor or a trainer. Then I say something like this. I actually don't know if you know this, but I am an online coach. What I do is I inspire and encourage people on their health and fitness journeys. I don't have a college degree to do this, and I did not need a certification. Would you be interested in hearing more details about what I do as a coach? If they say yes, this is where you say, I have a sneak peek coming up on this day, or here's a webinar that I did that explains more about what I do as a coach, etc. If they say, no, I've never thought about paying it forward, or what do you mean by that? I actually say something really similar. I say, well, I don't know if you know this, but I'm an online health and fitness coach. What I do every day is inspire and encourage people on their own health and fitness journeys. I'd love to give you more information about what I do if you'd like the details. And then the same thing, you invite them to a sneak peek that's coming up, or you send them a webinar that you've done, or even just get them more info and type it out and close the deal just like that. Whatever you're most comfortable with, that's what you do. Okay, so the next section is for coaching posts. So if you put up, would you like to join my group or my team? I'm sorry. Would you like to join my team, or I'm looking for kind of people. Your message is, thanks so much for liking my post/picture. I truly appreciate it. Have you ever wondered what I do as a coach? If they say yes, while I encourage and inspire people on their fitness journeys, I run free accountability groups, and I get paid to do it all. Isn't that crazy? Would you be interested in hearing more details about this? And then, you just go through the same last thing. You just give them however you can get them details. And if they say no, that's okay. Say something along the lines of, that's completely all right. If you ever change your mind and want some more details, let me know. But I absolutely understand that this is not for everyone. So I want you guys to stick with these scripts and stick with doing this kind of stuff for 2 to 3 months. That's how you really see momentum build. And just remember that 90% of the people that you send those original messages to won't respond. It's a numbers game. And you know what? Some people just aren't interested in talking on Instagram, and that's okay. So we all find these Instagram accounts that have like these huge followings, and they're not associated with anyone, and you just really love their page, okay? Here is my favorite script of all time, and this is how I get a lot of coaches. So you send them an original message that says, oh my gosh, I love your page. You have so much positive energy and I love blank about you. You fill in the blank. Actually look at their page. Don't just, spam people with this. And have 1 to 2 friendly conversations back and forth about them, talking about themselves or what they do or anything like that. Then you can send the message, hey, I was just curious if you had a Facebook. There's so much negativity over there. I'm always looking for positive people to add to my news feed. If they are on Facebook, that's great. Add them because a lot more people respond to Facebook messages than they do to Instagram messages, or at least more quickly. If they say no, that's completely fine. Just keep the conversation going on Instagram. Or if you're more comfortable, you can move it to email as well. That's another place to move it to email. So over the next 2 weeks, keep the conversation going a little bit, but like 2 to 3 of their pictures here and there. Then send this. This is my favorite script of all time. Hey, I really love your page so much. I've been following you for a little while now, and you have such great energy. I just feel such a connection to you. I know this is a really weird question, but have you ever considered running a business from your own home? I have a business that I run from home where I inspire and motivate other people for a living. And I really think you would be an incredible addition to the team. If it sounds crazy, it's cool, no worries. I just wanted to throw it out there and see if you would be interested. And then again, if they say yes, you give them more details, just like we talked about before. But always throw in that door out, especially if you do more of a cold invite kind of thing. If you don't give them the door out, they will try and find one. People are much more lenient if you actually give them an excuse to say no. Things to remember. You always want to add value to someone before you ask for a value. So don't just cold spam people. You're not going to get very far on Instagram. I've tried cold inviting for months and it has not gotten me very far. So the next big question that every single big entrepreneur like Gary Vee and Chalene Johnson are all talking about is Instastories versus Snapchat. So to give you all a little background, a few weeks ago, Facebook made Snapchat an offer to buy their platform because their platform is exploding. Snapchat said no. So this is Facebook and Instagram's way to keep up with Snapchat. They created Instastories. So there now is a little plus button at the top, and you'll see like circles, and it'll have a whole bunch of people's like different pictures, and you can click on them, and it'll play through like a story. So which one to use is been the biggest question that entrepreneurs have been asking. And the question is yes, use both. Especially if you already have a following on Snapchat, don't get rid of that following. But for me, I've been growing a following on Instagram. So that's a platform that I already have a following on, and now I can just use this extra added feature to have them gain trust in me and to see what I'm really like every day and what my personality is. So be real. There's not as many fun filters on Instastories as there are on Snapchat yet, but I have heard they're coming, and things like that will just, be rolled out as things continue in the future. But show what life is really like. A big thing nowadays is to actually constantly go on Instastories and record yourself talking about your upcoming challenge group or coaching opportunity. And then be like, oh, the next thing you see, you should screenshot because it has my email address on it. Email me for more information. That's actually really popular by the top coaches nowadays. So now I'm actually going to share my screen with you guys and show you guys how my Instagram is exploding through a program called Instagress. There we go. Okay. This is Instagress. What Instagress does is help run your Instagram for you while you're not doing it. So it's instagress.com, and you just log in with your Instagram account. Same password and everything. It is paid. However, for 30 days, and that's actual 30 days. Like if you pause it, you have the accumulative hours of 30 days. So it can last longer than a month if you pause it and press play. But you do get 3 days or 72 hours for free to test it out. I highly recommend this. What it does for you is it likes, comments, and follows on other Instagram accounts for you, specifically for what you tell it to do. So I'm just going to go through and show you guys how I have this all set up. Okay, so the first thing that you want to deal with is the speed. Currently, I have my activity speed set as slow because it's still my first month using it. And you can set how many follows per hour or unfollows per hour, but that's just how it came. I didn't change any of that. The next thing to do is comments. So it's very easy to add comments. You see I have all emojis in here. To add comments, you just click the add button, and there's an emoji cheat sheet if you want to use emojis. So, it'll pop up right here for you, and you can just, copy and paste whatever it is, just like this, and add it on. And it's just very easy like that. So my biggest rule that I was taught with Instagress, especially if you choose to use comments, because a lot of people don't like to use the comments because they can get spammy. Your comments need to be safe in case they are posted on someone who posts a picture or something of a family member or a pet passing away. So these are things you need to think about. And I have no idea how you raised your hand, and I don't know what to do with that. If you want to unmute yourself and ask a question, you can. Or not. Oh, there you go. And, okay. So we'll just keep going.
Hey, Jackie, I don't know if anybody else is seeing the same thing, but all I can see is your YouTube, not your Instagress.
Oh, thank you for that. Huh, you guys don't want to watch chain smokers closer? Huh. Okay, let's exit out of this. Do you just see my home screen now?
Yeah.
Okay. New share. Now can you see Instagress?
Yes.
Ha, you're awesome. Thanks, Anne.
No problem.
Okay. So I'll just go through this just a little bit easier so you guys can see this. So this is the speed right here. And then you have your comments right here, and I'll show you guys how I just added another one. So you click on the emoji cheat sheet, and it brings it all up, and you can just pick and copy and paste. So we'll do that real quick. And then you just click add. And that's in there, and it will not comment any other things than what you have listed. Okay, so let's scroll down. So follow and unfollow. You can choose your follow and unfollow cycle. I like 100 because then it follows and unfollows them pretty quickly, and they don't stay in my newsfeed. I liked my newsfeed, like on Instagram, to only be for like the people that I choose to follow. My friends, my family, my coaches, etc. One thing to make sure that you check is to don't follow the same users, because otherwise it could just constantly sit there and follow and unfollow people. Next, when it comes to your unfollow, when it says unfollow source, you want to make sure that it says Instagress. Otherwise, it could unfollow people that you actually follow, like your friends, your family, your coaches. So you want to make sure that it will only unfollow people that it's followed for you. And again, I choose the cycle of 100. People have it up to 1,000. I just like that it's a little bit more quicker. Tags. So these are the hashtags that Instagress will search for you for different accounts to follow, like, and comment on. This is where you go crazy and you come up with everything that your life is about. Okay, so as you can see on here, I have fit wife, runner, and all the ones to go with runners, camping, hiking, Harry Potter. weights, weight training, half marathoner, traveling, etc. So it's really cool, actually, that the feature that they put into this, because you can just search, like we'll do fit wife. You search, and it brings up all of these different options for you that you might not have thought about. And this is actually really good too if you're looking for new hashtags to write down and to use on your pictures if you want them to be around something like tags. So you can just click all of these. Ooh, not like that though, because then it brings you to Instagram. Just click the boxes and it adds them for you all at the bottom. There's a lot for this one. You can just click add. This is the best way to search and find new hashtags, especially if you're trying to, come up with something different, but you want to make sure you have all of your bases covered. Like I have so many Harry Potter ones in there, or camping, camping trip, camping life. Also, I need to add in, but you can do ones if you have ones specific to where you live or your, like where you live or your state or anything like that. So for me, living in Northern Virginia, Nova is a big hashtag that gets used. DA for Virginia, and also DMV, because it's DC, Maryland, and Virginia are the big hashtags that are actually used for my area. So if you're trying to find more people in your area, that's another way to do it. But you can also, I have not done, these are all new, so I have not messed with locations yet. But you actually can add locations. You can search, as you can see, by address, city, state, country, etc. And you can add them on so that if people tag locations in their pictures, they'll be brought more to the forefront of the Instagress searching for followers for you. Again, you can also do it through usernames, but considering that all usernames are so specific and so different when it comes to Instagram, that's not really something that I use or even want to deal with. So if you don't want to do any of these, you don't have to do this portion. Blacklist is the same thing. But auto stop, you can also auto stop it if you, have reached a certain number of likes, comments, etc. You can just auto stop it so that it, doesn't keep going. I let mine run constantly. As you can see, I have 22 days left, so I've had this going for 8 days, and I've gained 400 followers in the last 8 days, and I have incredible amounts of likes and comments on my pictures. So it gives me more people to talk to, and it gives me like new people to talk to without having to constantly go out and spend hours searching Instagram to find new people. These are people that are like you, that have been, found through your hashtags that you use. So it's basically just, Instagress is doing all of the work for you. Okay, so that is all I have for you guys tonight. But I do, if you choose to do Instagress, do the 3 days first. Set it all up and do your 3 days and see if you like it. If you don't like it, it's not something that you have to use. Obviously, it does cost money. But I strongly recommend it, especially if you, work full-time, go to school full-time, have kids, anything like that, because it'll help take away some of the, duty that you need to do to find new people to talk to and invite. So with that, I will stop the screen share and I will stop the recording. But I want to thank you guys for jumping on. And if you guys have any questions, I will get this link up for you as quickly as possible. If you have any questions, just comment below the link and I'll try and help you guys with any questions. Okay? Hope you guys all have a great night.